There are real life stories of women who have been married for 20 plus years and get cancer and their husband literally leaves them because, well, that's your journey. Hey girl, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm very excited to be here, y'all. In the last video, I was so hunchback it's not even funny. So in this video, I'm gonna be sitting up very straight, very Leah from Love Island style. And yes, I am wearing the biggest push-up bra that I have because of course I like attention. That's why I sit here and talk to myself on a screen and upload it to the internet and just hope that somebody will listen to me up. So today's video is going to be super duper fun. If you clicked on this video, there's obviously a reason why you're here, y'all. So listen to the whole video. There's information throughout the entire thing. There's probably going to be some random quote in here that's going to be like, that shit clicks now. It makes sense now. So wait for it to click. Today, we're going to be discussing how your emotions are guiding you to your dream reality. I'm telling you right now, you have your own inner guidance that is here to help put you on the track so that you can live your dream reality. This is not some like Tony Robbins, change your life now inspirational video. I'm literally just telling you facts, okay? You have an inner guidance inside of you that is showing you how to get there, telling you what to do. Do we always listen to it? No, bitch. Like, we all know what a spirit guide is. We've seen those memes where it's like my spirit guides every time I go back to my ex. And that is exactly them every time you go back to your ex. But to start off, I want to do a little diagram and show you guys how life works. I talked about this in a previous video, but the circle of life, which I just decided to call it that, is so important in understanding how life works, so that you can then go on to apply all of these techniques to the real way that life works. I feel like people think that life is just a two-dimensional thing. You wake up one day, well, you're born one day by your mother, and then you go off, you couple up with somebody, you get married, and then you die. That's actually not even why you're here. Could you imagine that you were just here to be a wife or a husband or to work? I mean, if that's your path, that is your path, but okay, so let's start off with my little diagram on how life works. I actually have a really, really, really incredible way of how I'm going to display this on my TV. Again, I actually have made it, how many minutes I'm like a couple minutes into this video and I haven't even mentioned my pink TV. I'm blinging her out. You can go ahead and see me posting that on my Instagram. I don't know if I've posted it yet, but at some point it's going to be up there. I'm using a glass crystal rhinestones, and I just love her so much. She's so stunning. I ran out of rhinestones and Amazon is taking forever to get them here, so just pretend like that is also covered. I'm also gonna do the shaft as well. Sorry, I just didn't know what else to call that. I laughed as I said it because it was silly. So let's go into how life works, and I'm gonna show you on the big screen. So this is my depiction of life. Okay, this is what it looks like when you're born, and just stick with me, y'all. It looks like a big old circle when you're born. This is your life. This is who you're meant to be, your inner being, that inner guide that is guiding you. And when I say that the universe is guiding you to your dream reality, I really mean the universe is guiding you to your true self, the thing that is inside of you that you desire the most. If there's something in you that you can't go a day without thinking about, trust me, that is meant for you. You should follow that impulse. So this is when we're born. This is the center point is who our higher self is, who we are basically becoming. You know how monks, they're trying to reach enlightenment? I guess that center point could be like enlightenment. It's coming back into self, because in this life, you're really just trying to come back into yourself. Life is not like this struggle and this climb and blah, 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 blah. I mean, that's what society wants you to think, so that you work your ass off so that you can make somebody else a lot of money. But that's not really how the life works. Okay, I'm telling you how life works. So this is how you're born. There's your inner self. And all of these little things are who you are. That is how you define yourself. This is what you do. This is the way that you think of the world. This is blah, 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 blah. Like the people you surround yourself with. All of these pieces, all of these green things are you. They are inside of you. It is how you define yourself. It is who you are. As you grow, as you have rebirths, which a rebirth, I'm not gonna get too much into it. That's a whole nother video. But it's literally just like rebirthing yourself and shedding away old versions of you that no longer exist. So if you are experiencing some type of suicidal thought and you're like, where the hell is this coming from? It might not be, I don't even know if I can say the suicide word, but I'll bleep it. It might be that a piece of you needs to die, not the entirety of you. Okay, I just felt compelled to say that. So I don't know who that message was for, but you're welcome. So this is who you are. These green dots are who you are. As you grow, you start to shed pieces of you and you start to redefine yourself. So we're going to go through what a rebirth would look like. So all of these things are you. Let's say this isn't you anymore. So this circle is now who you are. This green circle is who you are. You still have all of these pieces, and you've even got some new stuff. What color should I use? Let's use a darker red. Now you've even got these new ways that you define yourself, new qualities that you possess, new friends that you are around, new hopes, new dreams. All of this stuff is new, right? And as we age, as we go through another rebirth, we go ahead and redefine ourselves, and some things might not come with us. Now this is who we are, and so on and so forth. This circle just gets smaller and smaller, and we only become more of who we actually are. And let's get even deeper into that. So we're going to go through a whole another rebirth. We're going to redefine ourselves. And this is the new us, this blue. I know there's so many colors, but stick with me. We don't even see all of the old versions of ourselves. They no longer exist. They're like not even on the screen, okay? This is the new us. We've got some new qualities, new friends, new ways that we define ourselves. And we're going to just keep getting smaller and smaller and smaller. Whoops. Okay, that one's released. So that's us now, and this is us. This is who we are now. And our circle is just going to keep getting smaller and smaller. Now this is who we are, and smaller until literally the entire, you see what I'm saying? This entire screen is taken up by who you really are. This is my version of enlightenment. Okay, this is, you are living in your true self. You are exactly who you are meant to be. There is no other way to define yourself other than who you truly are. You have no other attachments to all of these other things that you have detached from to truly become yourself. And look at how beautiful of a life that is. So many colors, so many layers, so many experiences, so many rebirths. That is the way that life truly works. There is no climbing scale. There is no, listen, this is how people think it's supposed to be. And I'm going to show you, look, okay, you see that? You see how beautiful of a colorful life that is? This is what people think it's supposed to be. It's crazy. They're like, you have a start point and an end point, and hopefully you end in a better place than you started, apparently. And you just go like this, and there's ups and downs, and it's like that. How freaking boring is that, okay? Don't you want to live this life where you're just getting closer and closer to who you are, and you are able to be, you are able to acknowledge that you are born with who you are already inside of you. There is nowhere to go. There is no distance between who you are and who you are meant to be. It's already inside of you. Okay, so now that we know how life works, this is the circle of life, the true circle of life. Let's go on to our next topic. Okay, I got this screen because it really helps me out, but I have to, never mind. So the entire video, we're going to be talking about how your emotions guide you to that center point, to who you are supposed to be, and you are receiving messages every single day, okay? Emotions, every single emotion that you feel is your guide. If it feels good, it is good. If it feels bad, it is bad. If you are talking to somebody and it evokes any type of anxiety in you, don't question it. Don't wait to find out why. You have the answer. The guide is already telling you it's a no-go. So don't wait around. Why don't you get back on the path to your dream reality and get back to things that make you feel good. Maybe dating doesn't feel good right now. Like when you are fresh out of a relationship and everything is just like, oh, everybody gives you the ick. Yeah, because your guide is telling you it's not time to date. It's not time to mingle. It's not time to for any of that. It's not time. It doesn't feel right because it's not right. It's not right at all. Another piece I want to point on is how people pleasing will literally ruin you. And it comes from when you are a kid and you are forced to be responsible for your parents' emotions. So you have to basically abandon your own for the sake of others. You're going to end up in a position where you are never okay. You are always going to feel diseased, you know what I mean? Because you are not following your path. You are following everybody else's path. You are listening to what everybody else is telling you to do, and you are so disconnected from who you are and where you're supposed to go because you can't choose yourself because you have never given yourself permission to do so. Today is the day where you start choosing yourself and you start choosing to listen to your emotions. If it does not feel right, you don't do it. If you don't want to do it, if there is something in you telling you, not for me, it's not for you. Get off that path and get back onto yours. Every single day is another day where you can go further on your own journey and progress and get closer to who you are meant to be. And nothing feels better than being your true, authentic self. I promise you. And remember, it doesn't happen in a fucking day. You kind of have to fail. Like, you have to see all of these points, like all of those dots in the circle of life are things that you don't like. Like, all of the things that were canceled out were things that you didn't like, things that you didn't want. Are you going to sit there and be like, look at how much of my life I spent experiencing things that I decided I didn't want? Okay, it would only be a waste of time if you kept them in your circle and you made that circle so big with so much of things that aren't you in that circle. If you find out you don't like it and redirect yourself and go inward to that center, it's fine, girl. It's experience at that point. Like, you have to experience what you don't want to really, really find out what you do want. And that's why emotions and like when something does go wrong, girl, who cares? Girl, who cares? You're being redirected to what does feel good, because if it doesn't feel good, all you have to do is say, okay, and turn around. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like as humans, we can become really addicted to the stimulation of dis-ease. And let me tell you something, dis-ease creates disease, all right? So being in any dis-ease is only going to physically harm you, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically. I forgot what I was just saying. Oh yeah, so what was I just saying? Oh, right. Being addicted to the stimulation of dis-ease. Just because we are comfortable in something does not mean that it feels good. Even when we are comfortable, we can still be comfortable in things that feel wrong. So it is so important that you don't just do what you are used to or what yesterday looked like. It is important that you truly today start making choices based on that inner guide of, if it doesn't feel good, I'm not doing it. If it feels good, I'm going to do more of it. I'm going to expand on that. Anything that feels good, expand on that. Bring more of the goodness into your life. Follow the things that feel good. One of my favorite quotes ever, and I'm going to say it 100 trillion times, so subscribe so you can hear me say it. Follow the fun and the money will come. Okay? If you just continuously do what you enjoy and it's authentically you, the money will come. If being an accountant is like really like your dream, going to school, all of that, just keep following what makes you feel good and it will feel so easy. The way that they say like, do what you love and you'll never work a day in your life, they're lying, because it does feel like work. I promise you it feels like work, but it will be so abundant in nature because it is so truly you. And when we are truly being ourselves, things just happen so fast. There is no resistance because there's no like this, there, I don't know, like when it's not you, you feel like, ugh, the energy. I need to start working on the way that I describe energies, because I do a lot of things and I don't describe it very well. Well, maybe I do. Let me know. But I'm going to work on that, because sound effects and facial expressions, I don't know if that suffices. And English just isn't, it's my first language and only language, but it's not my best. So, I think that's enough. The main takeaway is that if it feels right, it is right. If it feels wrong, it is wrong. Stop doing it. Stop. If this relationship feels toxic, but you are comfortable in toxicity, guess what? It's still toxic. It's still toxic. It's still not for you. Nothing will make that for you if it's not. What's meant for you is meant for you, which means what isn't meant for you isn't meant for you. Stop trying to force shit that really, truly is not for you. I mean, we have free will. We can go and do whatever we want. You can stay with that man for your entire life and deal with whatever that is. Like, it's your choice. I'm just telling you that if you choose what does feel good, you will only experience more of what does feel good, and you will only be guided to who you are truly meant to be and who you truly already are. It's literally in you. I do want to go back to like the dis-ease and what happens when we don't listen to these guides. So you're going to get a message where it's like, girl, this doesn't feel good. Like, I don't want to do it. And then if you stay there, like the universe is going to say like, here's an uncomfortable feeling, and you're going to feel it. And you're going to say, it's okay. I'm going to push through. I'm going to push through this, and I'm going to stay feeling uncomfortable. The discomfort is only going to increase. It's only going to get louder and louder and louder and louder. So there is this thing in tarot called a tower moment where everything in your life just like crumbles, right? The foundation was shaky that you built this tower on. It's going to crumble and it's time to rebuild. Those moments really only happen. I had them all the time in my rebirths where everything had to come crumbling down. And you know why? Because I was choosing things that didn't feel right. Because I was choosing things that I thought that I wanted, but I didn't feel like I wanted them, if that makes any sense at all. Like thinking that you want something and like actually feeling like it's right for you are two very different things. But I was so stubborn that I was like, I can make anything work. Manifestation, I can have anything that I want, blah, 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 blah. But girl, you have to start, like the universe is the one that is guiding you to, okay, actually, let me say this. You don't know shit. I said this in the last one. You don't know anything. You might think you know what you want, but you only know what you want to feel like. The universe knows the what and the who and the why and the how. You only know the feeling. So when you start asking for a good feeling and saying it's going to happen through this channel, and then the universe says, haha, actually no, maybe like walk away from that, and you're like, no, I told you it's going to happen through this channel, and they're going to say, okay, see that through, but I already like tried to give you the warning, like the discomfort to like make you choose something else, and you didn't. So like see it through and see that it doesn't work out, and watch the tower moment happen where the foundation was shaky, everything comes crumbling down, and then you'll have to rebuild. But I'm teaching you today that those feelings and those guides that you are already receiving, those impulses are already there, and they can guide you in the right direction so you don't have to watch the whole thing come crumbling down. Sometimes it's fun. Sometimes we like to, oh no, am I running out of storage? This is horrible. Okay, give me one moment. I'm going to clear some storage. Okay, hopefully that will work. I just deleted all of my old videos that I had already recorded. So let's see. But I really want you to understand that disease, the word disease is literally made up of dis-ease. When you are at dis-ease, it develops in your body in a way. Okay, I developed arthritis at the age of 27 because my childhood was very difficult. I was living in a home where I was controlled. It was a lot. Unnecessary to trauma dump on you right now. But there was a lot of dis-ease. So at 27 years old, I had already developed arthritis that is seen in like 60-year-olds. You know what I mean? Like my body had already been at so much dis-ease that I developed disease. So really do remember that when you are going against those inner feelings, you are putting your health at risk. Like you are putting your mind, body, and soul at risk. Start choosing yourself. Start choosing like joy. Start choosing what feels good every single time. Wake up and do what feels good. It's all choices. We can choose ourselves over comfort. Literally. Okay. Like just start remembering that it is a choice. Don't feel like it is out of your control. Don't feel like this life, it just happens. Habits are formed and then it takes control, blah, 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 blah. And I actually don't know where that tangent just took me. So I hope that made sense. The only point that I wanted to really drive home there is that dis-ease, choosing what is uncomfortable or staying in places that are uncomfortable cause disease. Dis-ease causes dis-ease. My therapist actually taught me that, so. What do we got next? Oh yeah, living with an abundant mindset is actually so incredible. Once you start to read those guides and you're like, okay, that is actually not for me. I need to make a different choice, blah, 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 blah. You start to realize you really do understand that all of the bad and the negative feelings are only guiding you closer to greatness, closer to what feels good, closer to the center point of who we really are, right? So when that job says, we're not hiring you, your response, your immediate mental response to that should not be, it could be, I could never get the job. Jobs are so hard to get, blah, 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 blah. Your mindset, an abundant mindset would be, oh my God, I can't wait to find the job that is actually for me. That job wasn't for me. There's something better coming. I know the universe always brings me the greatest option that is available for me at any given time. And clearly there's something better. That's what living with an abundant mindset is. And that is just a reaction to a reality. So the reality was that you didn't get the job. The reaction to that reality is going to create what your life truly is. If you are the type of person that is going to respond to that and say, oh, I'm never going to get the job. Jobs are so hard to get. Oh my God, blah, 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 blah. That's going to continue to be a reality. If you take that and you say, oh my God, there's something I'm like, whoa, oh, I thought it was going to be that. I really thought that was it. Now I'm so excited to see what it really is. Same thing with relationships. When it isn't working out, you just say, oh my God, I can't wait to meet the one that is actually right for me. You know what I mean? My homegirl just went through an experience where she said to the universe that she was really trying to get down to the point of if this man is for her. Like, we haven't really had the serious conversations and it's time to find out. Let's have the serious conversations and let's find out. The man did some egregious stuff and we found out that he wasn't the man. But when you ask for answers, you get them. It's just the fact that you have to listen, babe. When the universe is telling you it's not him, don't stay. When you first start talking to him and everything is going so well, and then you get the, hey girly text, guess what? That was the universe telling you you don't want to be around here if you're not into infidelity. If you don't want an open relationship, skedat, right? But sometimes with rejection, we dig our claws in. Because, and I'm gonna tell you why rejection hurts so bad, and we don't always take it as a redirection, and we don't always say, thank you so much, universe, I'm actually gonna go and find better. We don't always do that because we are still human, and human, and rejection, think about this. If you're like in a community where it's like a village and like there's like the whole no Instagram, this is back in the day. If you are rejected by your village or by your community, that basically could mean that you might die. You lose access to so many resources by being rejected. So when we are rejected, it still feels like we're gonna die because back in the day, that's what it could truly mean, is that it could truly mean we would lose access to all of our resources and die. So when we are rejected, it is in survival, in human instinct, to dig your claws in and try and be unrejected by this community or this whatever, so that you can gain back access, your resources to life. Okay, we don't live like that anymore, girl. When that man breaks up with you, you can still go to the grocery store and feed yourself. So that feeling of, oh my God, I think I'm gonna die, if you can compartmentalize that and tell yourself or allow yourself to know, it's simply human nature. It's actually not that man is so special and you need him and oh my God, you're never gonna live without him. It's literally that like your mind thinks that you might die. So think otherwise. Know that this is a redirection. Know that there is better out there for you. Get on your path. Start doing what actually feels good. Like, you know how when you go through a breakup, like when girlies go through a breakup and we just start focusing on ourselves and doing all because we have such a strong instinct, that is the universe pushing us right back onto our path. It was like, okay, that didn't work out. Now let's go back into ourselves. Let's, we really get into our like self-care routine. Maybe we start doing yoga. Maybe we start really measuring our water intake. We start taking care of our hair more. And then guys are like, why couldn't you have done that in the relationship? Like, what the hell? Now you look so good. Now you da-da-da-da. And it's like, yeah, girl, because I got back on my path and you were never supposed to be on my path. Maybe temporarily. Because there are situations, listen, girl, there are situations where you are guided to a specific person. And I have had that where my ex, I was guided to him for a very specific reason. And I need to change this belief about myself. But I've always had the belief that I learn through crazy situations. So what does the universe teach me through? Crazy situations. Universe, this is on record. I don't learn through crazy situations anymore. I actually learn through cash. So send me cash the next time you want to teach me a lesson. So I was so divinely guided towards my ex to the point that I met him when I was at work. I used to be a stripper. I was literally on stage. And when I tell you this man walked into the club with a white glowing aura around him, I'm actually not kidding. I was so attracted to him. Like, not, he was so cute. I did find him cute. I was so attracted to him like a magnet that I knew that it was a divine meeting, experience, person, whatever. Did that person end up being a psychopath? Yes. Did I learn so much? Yes. Did it bring me to where I am now? Yes. Am I the type of person that can compartmentalize that and experience that and not let it destroy me? Yes. So the universe gave me that lesson, brought that man to me and said, this is your path, this is your path, this is your path. And then towards the end, I started to feel like this might not be my path anymore. And I got back onto my path. I followed my emotion and walked away. So if you are able to go through this life less attached to all of those dots and more attached to becoming yourself, you will have such a better time, girl. Like, oh my God, could you imagine like the life that you will have if you were only devoted to bringing joy to yourself? And guess what? You know what? When you're a happier person, everybody is happier around you. Like, you're a more pleasant person to, like, don't think it's selfish to continuously choose your own happiness and peace. It is not selfish, babe. And other people who don't know how to choose themselves will make you feel that way. But that doesn't make it the truth. That just makes it their reality and their perception because of whatever brought them to that. And listen, we're not here to change people. We're here to get closer to ourselves. So, and I want to say one more thing about relationships because it is super important, and we'll just call this the final thoughts. My final thoughts are that remember that this journey is yours. Your journey is yours. I think that it becomes really difficult with all of these relationships, especially for people who have a dream and a desire to find the one and be with them forever, and you know, that's your life, and now you are one half of a whole, but that is just not what it is. You know, every relationship is an extension of you. It is not you. And I need a hair tie to show you what I am about to show you. Give me 1 second. Okay. So basically what I wanted to show you is how becoming attached to somebody in this life can actually stop you from becoming who you are meant to be. Okay. So this is you. And this is a relationship with anybody. Boyfriend, girlfriend, best friend, mother, father, does not matter. A being outside of yourself. This band is the relationship, okay? As you start to grow, if this person grows with you, there is no tension. Everything is great. Everything is lovely. Everything is grand. You guys grow together and it's so beautiful, right? But if you are in a relationship with somebody and you are growing and growing and growing and they are not, do you see how much tension is building in this band? There are only two options. One, you snap right back down to them. Very rarely are we able to snap somebody up to us. It just doesn't happen. You snap right back down to them and you are lost on your journey of whatever. Or you cut the band and you let people grow at their pace, and maybe later, now they're here and you guys can build that relationship with no tension, and you guys can then grow together and detach. But my whole point is that there is no benefit to attaching to a human being, especially when it comes to trying to become your most true, authentic self. Okay? I don't care how much you love that man. You have your own journey. He has his own journey as well, babe. Let me plug my laptop in. There are real life stories of women who have been married for 20 plus years and get cancer, and their husband literally leaves them because, well, that's your journey. I'm going to go on to live my life, like literally. Okay. So in this life, you got you, and you have, I'm not saying that to be really cynical and all that. I'm saying that to help you truly prioritize yourself and prioritize your own journey and your own higher being and your own highest self. If we all followed the impulses that were good and led us to our highest self, the world would be a better place. World peace. World peace. So I hope that was very helpful for you. And if you're still here, because like only 10% of people are actually here until the end. So if you stayed until the end, I love you dearly. Go and drop a diamond emoji. Actually, no, let me just not do that, girl. Let me shut it the fuck up. Who do you think you are? Yeah, so anyway, I just love you a lot. Okay? And I will see you the next time I want to chat. Y'all, I'm trying to do more than one video a week. And so far, this is my second video this week, so I'm doing it. Love her. Love you. If you have questions, I answer them in the comments. I literally just I'm begging you to talk to me. I'm just begging you. Please. Okay. Love her. Love you.